Mario Kart Double Dash is widely considered as one of the best Mario Karts ever. I'd say the biggest reason people and myself love it so much is the track selection. This game has some of the best tracks in the entire series, and I'm going to rank all of them from worst to best. Sadly, there are no retro tracks in Double Dash, so there's only 16 to rank, but the nitros are great, so it's not a problem. Number 16, Sherbet Land. I hate to put a winter track in dead last, and especially such a good looking one too, but Double Dash's version of Sherbet Land is just not fun to play. If you've played Double Dash before, you know how slippery the controls are just on regular courses. Now combine that with ice physics and the freezies that, you guessed it, freeze you, and you have one very annoying racing experience. Again, this track looks great and the music is nice, but I hate playing it. Number 15, Dry Desert. Like most people, I am not a big desert track fan, and the GameCube's version is pretty annoying to me. The sand physics are irritating, there are tornadoes that will throw you in the air, and a huge sand pit with a piranha plant that will eat you, which is actually kind of cool, honestly. Really, it's not the track itself, it's more the fact that desert courses aren't great, and I don't like the vibe it has. Still definitely better than Sherbet Land though. Number 14, Luigi Circuit. The fact that the beginning track of the game is not in the bottom two is pretty impressive, considering how simple and boring they usually are. But this rendition of Luigi Circuit is actually more enjoyable than you'd think, mostly because of the fact that you drive in the opposite direction of the other racers, which was pretty unique and definitely makes it more fun. Besides that, there's a chain chomp, some boost pads, and that's about it. It's a solid course and probably the best starter one we've seen, but it's not better than most of the other tracks in this game. Number 13, Mario Circuit. Okay, now I know what a lot of you are probably thinking right now. You're probably like, no way Mario Circuit is better than Luigi Circuit. Luigi Circuit is so underrated. I don't care. This is my list and I've always liked Mario Circuit. It has a decently enjoyable shortcut behind the chain chomp, lots of piranha plants, and the ending is sort of fun too, I guess. I mean, yeah, it makes a lot more sense to Mario Kart Wii with being able to trick, but I still like this Mario Circuit. It's not great, but it gets the job done. Number 12, Peach Beach. If you know me, you know I love beach tracks, and Peach Beach is no exception. I like how the tide is always changing throughout the race, and the cataquacks give some needed difficulty. Also, there's that pipe, quote-unquote shortcut, that is actually way slower, but it always gives you a double item box, which is nice, but definitely not worth it. It's a solid track, and you can also see Daisy Cruiser from the beach, which is awesome. Number 11, Baby Park. Probably the most controversial Double Dash track and one of the most controversial tracks in general. Baby Park is one of the most unique courses we have seen in Mario Kart. For starters, it has a Mario Kart record 7 laps, and you may hear that and think, wow, that's crazy, the race will take forever, and it would if it wasn't just a small oval. And being just an oval, it should probably be the worst track in the game, right? Well, it would be if it wasn't for Double Dash's special items such as fireballs, chain chomps, giant bananas, and especially giant shells. These items take what would be a super boring race and turn it into absolute chaos. My opinion of it is a bit mixed. While it is fun, the items are why it's fun. Just play the DS version and you'll see. So I just have a hard time putting it much higher, but at this stage in the rankings, all these tracks are good, so try not to be too offended. Number 10, Mushroom City. I have personally always liked Mushroom Bridge more than Mushroom City, but the latter is still very good. It's a city track at night with lots of cars and different paths to take. The different paths definitely give it some more variety, and the cars give it a nice level of difficulty. Plus, this and Mushroom Bridge have the best song in the game. Number 9, Mushroom Bridge. Shouldn't be much of a surprise since I just said it. Mushroom Bridge is a traffic track, this time set during the day. For the most part, it's very basic. There's a couple fun shortcuts, but the highlight is of course the bridge at the end, which you can drive up on the railing if you want to. And even though it's not any faster to and it's harder, it's a lot of fun. Number 8, Dino Jungle. I honestly thought this would be higher on my list, but I really can't realistically put Dino Jungle over the next 7 tracks. Of course, it's based around dinosaurs, even though there's really only one dinosaur that you'll encounter on the whole course. The bridge section is a little annoying, but I like the geysers and the overall aesthetics and layout are enjoyable. So it has more potential for sure, but it's still a very good race. Number 7, DK Mountain. I know, you probably think this is too low, but hear me out. I really like DK Mountain. I wouldn't put it this high if I didn't, The aesthetic and music is great, the cannon and going down the mountain as you avoid boulders is pretty fun, but that stupid turn at the end is the bane of my existence. I know I'm a pretty average player, but it's very hard for me to do the gap cut there and it's just annoying. That's literally the only thing wrong with it, but it's enough for me to put it at number 7. Number 6, Wario Coliseum. This is a really cool idea for a course. You're basically in a giant cage and there's all kinds of crazy turns and jumps. I especially love the huge jump over the gap near the end. It's also the only track to have just 2 laps due to how long each lap is. It's sad it's the only Double Dash track that has not been remade yet, even though it's one of the best, but hopefully we'll get it in the Booster Course Pass. Number 5, Waluigi Stadium. I seriously debated putting this below Wario Coliseum, but I think I like Waluigi Stadium just a little bit more. It has more variety with the different jumps and obstacles like the mechanical piranha plants, plus it's a little easier than Wario Coliseum and overall it's just more enjoyable in my opinion, which is why it cracked the top 5. Number 4, Bowser's Castle. This is an extremely good version of Bowser's Castle. It's got all the hazards you come to expect like thwomps, fire, lava, and the first mechanical Bowser who spits fireballs. Not to mention there's tons of challenging turns and also that fun turn skip near the end. In my opinion, this was the first elite Bowser's Castle track and it also has one of the best songs too. Number 3, Rainbow Road. I feel like this is an underrated Rainbow Road. It's one of the harder ones too, but still a lot of fun. The only thing that really stands out from other versions here is the big cannon elevator thing, the fact that stars can fall on the track and be picked up, and being able to see Mushroom City below. I also really enjoy the music, as it makes you feel like this is the end of a great journey and you've accomplished something. Of course that feeling is ruined when you keep falling off the track and lose like me, but it's awesome when you win. I probably wouldn't put this Rainbow Road in the elite tier with Wii and 3DS, but I still love it and it's a fantastic way to end Double Dash. Number 2, Yoshi's Circuit. When you first hear it, it sounds crazy to put a circuit track above tracks like Rainbow Road and Waluigi Stadium, but Yoshi's Circuit is not your typical circuit course. First of all, it's in the shape of Yoshi, which is already amazing, and more importantly, it's very fun to play. All the turns feel great and are satisfying to make, and the highlight is the 2 shortcuts, the first being the waterfall cut and the second being the tunnel cut, which is sadly only in this version. Both are extremely satisfying and the waterfall one is arguably the best shortcut in the game in terms of saving time. So while it is a circuit track, it's an amazing race and I love it. Number 1, Daisy Cruiser. The best track in Double Dash, Daisy Cruiser has you racing on a cruise ship and it's a joy to play. You get to drive on the deck, through a dining hall with moving tables, and there's even a shortcut where you go through the engine room. All this combined with the relaxing music makes you feel like you're on a vacation, and it's just an overall soothing but still fun experience. And that's why it's the best track in Mario Kart Double Dash. Thanks for watching my ranking of all 16 tracks in Mario Kart Double Dash. Let me know what your ranking is in the comments. I've seen so many different rankings of these tracks, and it's always interesting to see how different they are. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it, and as always subscribe for more Mario Kart content, and let me know what games tracks I should rank next. Thanks for watching and have a great day.